I don't think I've asked you this question. I'm going to ask you. The word says, given, or Jesus said, given it will be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. My question is, if someone has given from their heart, I'm not talking about any situation, anyone around the earth, has just been a generous person, does God account, not for salvation, because that's not how you get saved, does God give to you, because the word says given, it will be given unto you, pressed down, does God give to you some things, blessings, spiritual, financial, whatever it is, because you are generous, as the word says? Can you expect that if you are a generous person from the heart?
Are you talking about on the earth while you're
on the earth? Yeah, right, on the earth.
I would say absolutely yes. That is so true. My own dad lived that way. There was nothing he owned that he didn't say was God's. And he gave to everyone he knew that was in need. Sometimes he'd move people in our very home, even though we had that massive family.
Wow.
He'd feed them. He'd get them clothes. This could be people who spoke against my dad. His favorite thing was to help his enemies. And it says in the Bible, he understood it completely. Bless and don't curse. That would be my dad. And the blessings he received in return, I don't think could be written in a book. I don't think they could be written in a book.
Really?
Some of the blessings were personally from God, just to my dad. Some were given in the form of like me, like I'm one of his blessings. I'm one of the rewards he got because he raised me up underneath him. And I also became very willing watching my dad. I wanted my life to be like my dad's, my earthly dad. Because I saw him kind, I saw him helpful. And what I have belongs to God right now, myself. And I give lots of stuff away all the time. Even if I need it, I still give it away. That was given to me. That was imparted to me by my own earthly dad. And some of the rewards I get is the joy I feel from the Father. Every single time I do that, I get this wave of joy in my heart. And my dad could never stop smiling. And I knew what it was from. I knew he had helped somebody or given something to somebody. You absolutely cannot run away from the rewards of God. And you will get them on the earth. But when you get to heaven, you will be stunned at the rewards he gives you for those who have a generous heart, who help, who love, who never ask for anything in return, who don't care about being recognized. Like, I don't need to be recognized by people for what I do. I love all their cards and their letters, their emails, their comments saying how much they love what I have given from God has helped them. But my reward comes from the heart of the Father. And you will not be able to outrun God's blessings. It doesn't matter what I give now, instantly, now in my life, when I give something, if I give someone $100 or even $1,000, I'll turn around and the next day I've got like 5,000 to replace the 1,000 I just gave. God knows I'm probably going to give that, but guess what that does? You get to a point in your generosity that it's overflowing in your account. God has an account in heaven. It's so overflowing that you get to the point where even when you think to do it, he will reward you before you can even do that.
Wow, really? So he sees,
he sees
what's in your heart. And he
There's a lot of people.
Well, he sees what's in your heart to give, and he already starts rewarding you ahead of time, you're saying.
Yes, he does. He really does. He gives it ahead of time. That's when it says that the sower was to say the reaper will overtake the sower.
Yeah,
it does. It does happen. It will begin to happen. And there's so many people during this time, this whole last year, that have poured themselves out for God on behalf of others. You are not going to escape the great reward that is about to come to you. And that's probably going to be like in health, in finances, in your emotions, restoration in your family. You reached out to others who were even not kind to you, and yet you still loved your family who also were not kind to you. You have got your account filled to overflowing. And there is a time, season on the earth where you will live that way for generations. This is not just a little one-time thing he's going to give you. Probably your entire generations of your life coming will be so totally different than what the last, however long you've lived on the earth. it'll be so much greater because of your compassion, because of your generosity.
You said a minute ago, even when I needed something or when I need it, God gives it to you and you give it away. Is it possible, Kat, that there are times when God says, I just gave that to you because you needed it. I didn't necessarily want you to give it away. I gave it to you to bless you and make you happy. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, the way I'm happy, Steve, is by giving it away.
That's good. Well, that's amazing. But so you don't think God says, but I wanted you to enjoy that, whatever it was. I'm thinking of whatever.
Oh no, he'll just give me another one.
That's really good.